Welcome back to the show, everyone. Community Bridge Builders Club with Rebecca Gilad is here today to tell us about lessons in history. This is going to be exciting. Rebecca, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me over.
Appreciate it. You've got two amazing speakers coming to the club.
Yes.
So the name of the presentation is Lessons in History, Internment, Authoritarianism, and the Struggle for Freedom.
Right.
So how do those topics relate to community bridge builders?
We believe that there is nothing better than learning from history to understand the present.
Sure.
And given the population here, we thought that it's wonderful to take advantage of those that have a direct connection with historical pieces, living pieces. So our two speakers, one is going to be talking about his experiences of running away from North Korea, while the other one is going to talk to us about grandparents and parents going through the experience of the internment camps for Japanese in the United States, and how has that affected his life. Bree, when I met them...
Certainly in a massive way, I suppose.
Yes, yes. And they're both such incredible human beings.
Well, looking at their photos, they just look so happy and carefree, and you wouldn't think that they would have gone through such traumatic events.
Yes, and even though the second one, the Japanese guy, didn't live through it, he's still living the experience. And just to bring that history that not too many want to talk about it, because those that were there didn't speak about it.
Really?
So it's their children who are now for the first time talking about it.
That's so
I asked him
interesting.
why didn't they want to talk about
Yes,
it once they were out.
Sure.
They said, he responded that because if they thought that if they did, they would be considered traitors. So now it's the children who are starting to speak up and to tell about how that has affected their lives.
Okay, well, let's start with Dr. Ray Ryn. What do we know about his history? And he's, dedicated to fostering public support at this time in his life for peaceful unification.
Yes. This is a guy who has devoted his life to a dream. His dream is to see Korea as one, not North Korea, South Korea, but as one under a democratic government. Now, you could say if you look at today's North Korea, that might be a very big dream.
Seems impossible.
Maybe, but he is strong in his 80s and fighting for it every single day.
Is he in his 80s? He looks amazing. Well, and you never know what can happen, right?
Yes.
It's possible.
We don't know.
It's possible. Hiroshi Yamaguchi, he's the one, so he had grandparents or?
And parents.
Grandparents.
Grandparents and parents.
And parents.
And his parents, yes.
Oh my
The parents, actually, his parents were born in the US. The grandparents came from Japan. They met, they had their children here, and then these children born in the United States grew up in an internment camp.
What does that mean? What is an internment camp?
It means that one day you received a notice with big flyers. If you are or your ancestry is from Japan, you have this many days to pack 1 or 2 bags and meet us at this time in this square, because you are being taken elsewhere, where you're going to be given a place to live. You cannot bring your home. The home has to stay. Your business has to stay. And you're starting a new life somewhere where you cannot live.
Was that the result of Pearl Harbor?
Exactly. But these were people that didn't have to do anything with the war. They were born here.
That's why he says he's ending up paying for a crime he did not commit.
Correct, correct. And once the war was over, and they were told, okay, now you can go back to wherever, because their houses were not their houses any longer, their businesses were not their businesses any longer, so they had to start all over.
Did some of them go back to Japan?
No, they didn't. They didn't come from Japan. They were already U.S. citizens. For example, Mr. Hiroshi Yamaguchi, he's been in Japan twice in his life. And he says nowadays he's afraid to go out because he looks as a minority that might be here undocumented. So he tells me, when I'm told go back to your country, where should I go back? To Pasadena? Because he was born in Pasadena. Is that his country of origin? It
Amazing.
is difficult. It is very difficult.
Yeah. Sometimes I think we take it for granted that, we have rights as citizens.
Yes, yes. He even told me that I interviewed him in my home to see who he is, what he dreams about, what he wants from life. And he said that as he was driving to my house, he was thinking, I don't know who Rebecca is, and he felt frightened.
Oh my goodness. Well, that's, to be living in a state of fear for your entire life, I mean, that creates a lot of anxiety.
Yes, it
right?
does.
I wonder how he can release that. Maybe
Dancing?
I was gonna say yoga, I don't know. I don't know. But how is this history, Rebecca, related to the Community Bridge Builders Club?
Unless you know a person and his or her history and you feel empathy, you can just not feel that we are one. So our mission is, we started, let's fight bigotry, let's fight. And now we understand that it's not about fighting. It is about getting to know the other and being inclusive. And that's the only way we can then fight what is going on.
Exactly. Well, that sounds like a great evening that you're going to have. So that's going to be taking place Tuesday, July 29th, Clubhouse 2 at 7 p.m. Doors open at 6:30.
Yes.
And then you've got members are free, non-members are only $5. And that includes refreshments.
Yes.
Rebecca, you've got a couple other events coming up. Do you want to let our viewers know to save the dates?
September 4th, we have a sing-along with musicians from Laguna Woods, and we made a song booklet for everybody to sing along. And I see it as Peter, Paul, and Mary are going to be here. Not really. They can be here, obviously, but we have our own musicians coming, and we're all going to be singing together as a form, as a way of, another way of communicating that we have things in common. Then we're going to be serving an ice cream bar. Then on September 15th, we have an interfaith meeting where we're going to have a representative of a Unitarian church that is going to speak about unity and the head of a monastery.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes. And then on November 6th, we have our annual Dance, Food, and Music International. So this year, last year, we had 6 countries. This dancing. This
Fun.
year, we have 13.
Oh, my goodness.
And it's going to be a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. Congratulations on that growth.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, Rebecca. Thank you for joining me today.
It's a pleasure.
Have a great event.
Thank you so much.
And coming up next, we've got the All Musicians Club, so you need to stay with us.